I heard some interesting books from Prague have arrived at the castle. There's one I'd like to borrow. An alchemist's cookbook. A sand-coloured cover, embossed.
Yes, several rare and astonishing books have arrived from Prague. But why are you interested in an alchemist's cookbook, of all things?
There's some interesting ideas and I'll keep it for myself. Where do you keep books in that castle?
I've heard there are some interesting ideas in it. Every alchemist is in dogged pursuit of wisdom, especially those from Prague.
Perhaps you know more about that book than I do. Well, I'll have to disappoint you. Lord Nickvard Libak helped me sort the new books at the time, and the one you're looking for caught his attention. He left with it before I could even discover what it's about. All I remember is the author's initials, B.B. I'm fairly benevolent when it comes to lending books, and I appreciate Nickvard's help, but he's had it borrowed for an excessive amount of time now. I'd like to ask him to return it, but he's been avoiding me.
What could be behind it?
Why would Nickvard suddenly be avoiding you?
I have a sneaking suspicion. It seems Nickvard lost the book. I've warned him repeatedly not to carry borrowed books around with him, but to leave them in his chamber and read them there. But Nickvard is old and stubborn, and this is how things turn out.
Books aren't for fools. Just a book.
The price of such a book must be incalculable. People like Nickvard are too dumb to understand.
But I digress. As I said, Nickvard is intentionally avoiding me. But I've made headway. I've managed to find 3 people who've spoken to him recently. Bertha the cook, Regina the maid, and Hirsch the hand.
I'm sure more people know him. Does he avoid doubles?
For a nobleman, Nickvard is quite wary of his own kind, speaking only to servants.
I'm surprised that he's ever spoken to anyone but myself. Nickvard is a loner, which is also why I suspect something bad has happened. Now that he's decided to leave his shell, that is. But I'm afraid that's all I've managed to find out. Since Lord von Berkove's arrival, I've been preoccupied with other matters.
I won't look for the book.
I thought you had the book on you. But since you don't, I'm not going to go around looking for it.
That's a pity. I'll just have to hope Nickvard's conscience will catch up with him and he'll come by himself. Continue investigating. I might have time for that once the papal schism is over.
It's right here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Do you know where I can find Nickvard? The scribe said you might know.
Erazim is suddenly interested in Nickvard and me. You don't say. But when I need him to read something for me, he never has the time.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
I was asking about Nickvard.
Aye, I heard you. Say, can you read?
I can.
In that case, would you mind reading this message I have from Nickvard?
Okay. Give it to me now.
Show me. Dear Mistress of the Chambers. What is it?
Oh, what I wouldn't give to get messages from someone else. Say, Lord Capen. Never mind. Read on. Though I reckon it interests you more than me.
Persevere. We shall soon escape the dungeon of those 2 women. Cursed fate, however, has placed an obstacle in my way. The heat of the Lightbringer's potion is working, and I can feel my insides being reborn. But when the last remnants of old age left my body, something else was washed away with them.
How much longer is it?
Not much. My damn clumsiness has sent all of the Lightbringer's secrets into the void, but fear not, I shall get them back. May this be the first task on the road to your liberation. That's it.
Beautiful.
That was complete nonsense. I was embarrassed to read it.
Imagine how I felt having to listen to it.
But what does it mean? Can you explain any of it to me?
Lord Liebach has taken a liking to me. I suggested to him it wasn't proper for a noble to have an affair with a maid. He thought I meant he was too old for me, but then he found what he calls the Lightbringer's Potion Book. He said it would light a flame in him that would burn out all that's old. So I suppose it worked. Hooray!
I know the book he's talking about, but what does he mean, into the void?
Look, can we stop talking about this? I feel a little uncomfortable here talking about some old lovelorn nobleman.
I need help. You can give it some thought, can't you?
No! And now leave me alone.
Things. Do you need something?
I'm looking for Nickvard. The scribe told me you might know something about him.
Well, I'm waiting for Lord Liebach to stop by. I brewed him another phial of medicine, but I don't even know if the last one helped. I told him to stop by for another one soon. I reckon he must be feeling better.
Where did he go?
Did he say where he was headed?
I can't say. I promised Lord Liebach his secret is safe with me, as well as his phial of medicine.
Oh, come now. Nickvard misplaced an important book somewhere. A sort of alchemist cookbook. I need to find it.
I remember the recipes by heart. And Lord Liebach's secret is certainly worth more than any book.
Well, if a nobleman's secret is worth so much, how about this? That'll buy you more than one book.
I suppose Lord Liebach wouldn't mind. And do you have the exact amount?
Of course.
So many groschen. I promise I'll split it with Lord Liebach when I see him, and I'll explain everything.
But now tell me, what's the medicine for?
Well, it's a common potion for a bellyache. Just better tasting. It helps your meals go down easier and come out slower the other end. In that regard, Lord Liebach had, well, how to say it? Everything came out much too quickly.
The privy was too far. Don't be afraid to say it.
Nickvard didn't have time to run down the stairs, eh?
It was in the privy down below the crone, by the training ground below the guardhouse. I helped him clean his hose and made him the medicine, and I promised that I wouldn't say anything. Lord Liebach is quite particular about the impression he makes on the young maids, you know. He didn't want this little episode to put them off. That's why he didn't use the privy near the maids' quarters, though it's closer to his chamber, but to the arena instead, and only when there weren't any soldiers around. But this time, it caught up with him.
Is that all?
What else is there to say? That the entire time he looked as if he'd done the worst thing in the world. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
And I told him as much then. I'm just
Never happened
surprised
to
he
me,
never
but
came back for another
heard
fire,
stories.
I must say. He did look as if the fate of the entire castle was suddenly on his shoulders.
I don't know if this is going to do me any good.
Well, you could have found a worse clue.
Thanks anyway.
Yeah, thank you. How about Tenny? Okay, so man was having stomach problems. I wonder why he was having stomach problems. I guess he was, the medicine Chamo brewed, and he didn't poo-poo here. But he's taking his book with him. I'm guessing weak digestive function. Oh shit, this is his. Oh man, Bufalo.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Okay, Henry is like, damn fucker.
One rarely sees such a drunken mess.
Did you say mass? Sorry, but I'm no priest. I did preach a sermon once, though.
He was like, what? Yeah, let's look at this nigga. Oh wait. Damn. Even the John is fucking blurry as hell. Yeah.
Great.
Things at home. Calm down a
Niggas-
bit.
Aye, the celebration is over and done with. Everything's going well. I'm in fine fettle. It's almost odd how well things are going.
Oh, please. Enjoy the peace and quiet while it lasts.
See, that's what bothers me. That it ain't like this all the time.
Sure ain't easy to please.
Aye, I get a bad feeling when nothing's going on. Don't all learn.
Yo, this nigga is fucked up.
Good to see you.
Why are you dragging your
Cheers.
heels, Henry? Mount up.
I
and
hope
let's
you have-
go.
I hope you're happy. I'm conscious. Please, no one steal my shoes, bro. Nigga said bat. Jeez. I'm so far away. I am so far away. How the hell Henry get all the way over here, bro? Nah, no one took my bread. No one took anything. Facts. What's up there, doctor?
What are you doing here?
I'm roaming the countryside, here and there. You know how it is. But tell me, what have you been up to?
Having my fair share of adventures. I'm trying to muddle through somehow, but tell me about yourself. How about you tell me about yourself?
I've been having my fair share of adventures.
I'd love to hear more about that.
I survived an ambush. I was at a wedding. I prevented execution.
I was at the wedding of the young Lord of Semine. The wine flowed freely, there was dancing, and it all ended in a massive brawl.
It ain't no proper wedding unless someone loses a few teeth. Putting on a decent show for everyone is worth a bruise or two.
But tell me about yourself. How about you tell me more about yourself?
Tell me about yourself. Have you come across anything interesting?
Try asking around at that nomad camp, up there in the rocks. I heard a woman there was looking for a blacksmith. A ranker or something like that.
And wouldn't you know what she wants?
No, and I don't really care. These nomads are none of my business.
Tell me more. Interesting. Pretty boring, actually.
Tell me more. What else have you seen?
That's enough. You should go and explore the world for yourself. And if we meet again, I'll gladly tell you more. I'll be seeing you, Henry.
Lord be with you.
Lord be with you.
I'm looking for Nickvard. The scribe told me you might know something about him.
Hey, Nick. I mean, Lord Libak. I almost forgot about him. I suppose his task wasn't so pressing, hmm?
What do you mean, forgot?
Nick Libak, that is, entrusted me with a big task quite a while back. He's a castle lord. Obviously, I had to obey him. But then I heard what another castle lord was planning, von Berghoff, and I had to obey him even more. He says there's a war on. So here I am, ready to go off to battle.
I need to know more about what Nickvard asked you to do.
No. There are new rules now. You have to prove you're not a spy.
What are you blathering about?
Von Berghoff said there's a war on, right now. I told him, watch out for spies, Sir Otto. But fear not, I know how to sniff them out. You're a spy yourself, ain't you?
I'm not.
Ha! That's exactly what a spy would say. That's why you have to be vetted, to see if you're really on our side. The side that Nickvard's on, just so you know. We're all friends here. You can join us.
I'd like to.
Hold your horses. First a test.
Tell me what you want from me, then.
A sword.
sword? Hmm? What sword?
A long and very good one to help me deal with other spies. If you bring it to me, I'll know you're not an enemy spy who should fear me. Forge one, buy one, or even steal one for me. Maybe from one of the guards at the training ground or down by the gate. During the day, they're not in the towers anyway.
Steal a sword? That sounds like something a spy would do.
Not a spy who wants to help von Bergoff's most loyal servant. By servant, I mean me. See, once I get a sword, I'll fill you in on Nickvard's task.
Listen, Hirsch.
Don't try any word games on me. Persuasion, threats, I know about them spy tricks. Deeds talk louder than words. For example, like bringing me a sword.
I'll gladly give you some groschen to buy your own sword.
Only spies pay bribes. Unless you had more groschen than a common spy would have. Then I'd believe you ain't one of them. Do you have that much?
Jesus Christ.
I'm not going to pay you that much.
You want to hang on to your spy earnings. I understand. Well, you won't get another chance.
I'll think of a way to convince you.
No, I keep doing that.
You must be Nickvard, eh? Poor wretch.
Damn. Yep, I knew it. The shitty, yep, the shitter from the guards.
Sand colour cover, embossed. That'll be the book Crazel wants, but it's quite ordinary. Apart from being covered in shit.
Okay. Let's read this book. Okay, among the profiles of a true matter of fire, their warriors, good love. Whoa. If you don't want to accept those, okay. Go Peter out of this church and the tears must be for Oh, they're talking about gunpowder. So I was like, what the hell? I'm over here like, what am I reading? And I'm not really good at... Damn. Take some money, bro.
Leave that body alone right now and surrender.
Help! He's trying to cover up a murder.
What? No. No, I'm not.
Calm down!
What the
I
hell?
surrender!
Are you out of your mind? What did you want to do with that body? No, shut up. I don't want to know. You have no respect for the dead, and you'll pay for it. Once we get that dealt with, I'll search you to see if you've stolen anything.
I'm paying for the fine. Put my price to... We can come to an agreement. Do you know who I am? That's all right.
Come now. I hope you don't think I'm some kind of street brawler. Me, of all people. Such behaviour is beneath me.
What are you trying to pull on me? You'll pay for that.
Oh, shit.
Greetings. Do you need something?
I came to tell you I found Nikvard.
Will he come and pick up his medicine?
He won't need it anymore. He's dead.
My God! It must have been something more serious than indigestion then.
Mm-hmm.
Demons?
No. He just overestimated his strength.
How sad. But thanks for telling me. I'll pray for his soul.
I came to tell you I managed to find Nikvard.
Where did that madman wander off to this time?
He's dead. I found him lying below the privy outside Trotsky Castle. Poisoned, exhausted, or both. Hard to say.
My God! Nick, you fool! Did you report it to the Chamberlain?
Not yet.
Once I get over it, I'll go to him. But if you were faster, I'd be grateful. So Nikvard isn't left lying there. What about that book?
With regard to that book...
You know what? I couldn't care less about that blasted book. That cursed tome. I'll actually be glad if I never get my hands on it. Forgive me.
Oh, he's up here. That's what that is. And then Ulrich. Oh, he's right here. Ulrich, stop moving, man. Man, just keep... Is there something I can...
Does the name Nikvard Libak ring a bell?
Yes, but I haven't seen him for a long time. What about him?
Nikvard is lying dead outside Trotsky Castle walls, where the guardhouse privies are. He apparently overestimated his strength while, on his little excursion.
Are you serious? My God. I'll send someone there immediately.
Nigga, come back. Stink.
So, Master Chamberlain, are you feeling better?
I don't want to hex it, but I'm a lot better. I even managed to finally lie down and close my eyes for a while.
That's good. It's a sign that your humors are back in balance. But you have to keep taking the medicine, otherwise you risk another collapse.
I'll be careful, thank you. And here's a small token of my gratitude.
Thank you.
Is there any work around the castle I can help with?
Well, there's the issue with the demons.
Demons?
Quiet! I don't want to cause a panic, but yes, unfortunately. Once again, devils are wreaking havoc at Trotsky.
Once again?
Horned ones? From hell?
Do you know any other kind? I'm preoccupied with tasks from Lord von Berghoff at the moment, so I don't have time to deal with it. But I suppose you could do it? You and that friend of yours have a lot to make up for.
You want me to get involved with hell itself? At least tell me more about it.
Ah, you know
For
the
real, bro.
times
You're
we're
scaring
living in.
Henry.
War, bandits. The devil took advantage of the chaos and sent his hellspawn here. The castle is built upon an ancient, though fortunately extinguished, fiery moor. It's no wonder it's so close to hell. The spawn of hell shows up
Is this
here
true?
from time to time, and I want you to improve your standing with me and help me out.
Sounds serious. I don't believe in demons.
How many do you think there are?
A lot. Certainly more than there are sinners in the region. Expect at least 10 beasts for every soul.
That's some army. And I've never seen a real demon before. So what needs to be done?
Our cooks, Manietta and Berto, were complaining about the creatures running around their kitchens. Ossina, the castle blacksmith, was also blabbering something of the sort as well. The good news is it's only 3 people, for now. We have to act quickly to prevent the panic from spreading any further.
What did you do about it in the past? I reckon this isn't the first time you've had to deal with it.
That ass,
We
bro.
usually cleansed the infested places with the help of a priest or an apothecary. Except for that one year when Sir Otto himself faced Lucifer in the Maiden Tower.
What a brave man. You don't say.
Lord von Berghoff has my admiration then. How long did they fight? And what kind of armor was Lucifer wearing? Did Lord von Berghoff sustain any injuries?
In any case, you'll have to ask Manietta and Berta, or the blacksmith perhaps, where the demons are coming from. And then simply make sure to get rid of them for good. You understand? I'm sure both the scribe Erazim and Father Nicodemus will have something to say about it as well. The question is if you're up to it, or if I should call in someone braver.
I can handle it.
I'm ready to scour the castle and try to chase those monsters away. Could you arrange for me to be able to go wherever I want in the castle, without anyone chasing me out?
Very well. You can move freely about the castle while completing this task, but don't stay any longer than necessary in otherwise forbidden areas. I'll let the guards and servants know discreetly. If anyone asks, tell them you have my permission.
You said something about a priest and an apothecary. Should I pay them a visit?
We've always used either holy water or magic water from the apothecary to get rid of those hellish creatures. Which one would you prefer?
I'll use the holy
I
water.
reckon the holy water is more likely to work against demons.
If I recall, it was blessed by the bishop himself during the Easter Vigil. I believe you can do it. Should the demons attack you, just run away. But don't make too much of a ruckus, or you'll cause a panic. Take care, Henry.
Thank you. Well, let's go do this.
This is like pretty interesting. Let's go talk to the cook. Is she up here? Oh. Oh, she's down here. Ooh. Oh, she's up. Oh, she's more up? Oh, I think she's over here.
The Chamberlain said you know something about the demons haunting the castle.
Of course I do. But I don't know what to think anymore. I keep finding hair in my food. Someone hides my spices. My soup goes sour. And there's that awful smell.
This sounds serious. What if it's just an animal?
Oh, that sounds terrible. The Chamberlain wants this resolved as soon as possible.
It's about time. Do you have any idea how scared people are? All it takes is one mention of those beasts and the maids start threatening to find work elsewhere. I hear the castle has always been connected to hell, but nobody tells you that when you ask to work here.
Where should I start looking?
Damn.
They must be coming from the other side of the castle. Under the crone.
All right. But what am I supposed to do about them? I heard I'm supposed to pour some kind of special water.
But you're mostly right. You have to douse the ground in front of the fireplace they're coming from. That creates a boundary demons can't cross.
All right. Where can I find the fireplaces?
That's hard to describe. Anyway, there are 5 such fireplaces on the crone side of the castle. Together they form the shape of a 5-pointed star, a pentagram.
Oh?
Don't worry. I'll take care of everything. Hopefully I won't miss any of them.
If I were you, I'd do it during the night. Even the demons have to sleep sometime, don't they?
The devil never sleeps.
And the old hag rushes in where the devil fears to tread, eh? The sooner you get rid of them, the better.
Okay, and we're looking for the demons of Trusky.
The Chamberlain said you know something about the demons haunting the castle.
Those monsters are back again. Last summer, we only heard them scratching the walls and roof with their claws. But they got a lot more bold this time. They're leaving charred marks on my wooden spoons, throwing clumps in my food, and they're constantly leaving their droppings in my kitchen.
Don't worry. The Chamberlain is taking this very seriously. He sent me to take care of it.
My eyes and ears aren't what they used to be, but I still know everything that's going on around here. Be on the lookout for people walking arse first. That's how the demons disguise themselves, so you can't see their hollow inside.
All right. I'll keep an eye out. Where should I look for them?
They're coming from the other side of the castle, below the maiden, I swear.
Manietta told me the demons are coming from this side of the castle, from below the crone.
My God, the poor girl must be under their spell. And I was so fond of her.
Let me guess. I'll have to find and sprinkle 5 fireplaces.
Of course, Everyone knows the demons enter this world through the flames. You have to find 5 fireplaces in the palace, under the maiden, and sprinkle water on them. Be careful to sprinkle within the width of your little finger. 9 drops, 1 for every angelic choir, and every 3rd drop must be twice as big as the ones before it.
I'll take care of it. I hope I can do it exactly as you said.
And one more thing to take to heart. The spell is most effective when performed in the moonlight. But most of all, don't forget 9 drops.
The Chamberlain mentioned you've seen demons at the castle.
You're damn right I did. What do you know about it?
According to the cooks, they're crawling all over the place.
I'm sure at least half a dozen demons have taken up residence in the western courtyard. If the Chamberlain didn't tell you how dangerous this is for all of us, I'm telling you now.
Of course he told me. That's why we're trying to resolve this as quickly as possible.
I'm glad to hear it. Give those demons their due.
Tell me what you know, then.
You know the guardhouse with the little arena? In the palace below the Crone, over by the outer wall? Inside, I mean, on the ground floor. The place stinks like hell, day in and day out. It makes my head spin. I've seen things there with my own eyes I'd rather not talk about. I'd start the investigation there if I were you.
All right. I'll look into it. Privies for the soldiers, but not a demon in sight.
I guess send me to no privy. Let's fight this nigga, bro.
So, how did you end up at Trotsky?
Sir Otto hired me in Prague as his bodyguard and a swordmaster for the local castle garrison. I reckon he sensed he was in danger. And he was right. A band of scoundrels was lying in wait for us on the road, and they nearly got us.
How was your company ambushed? What happened exactly?
It was well planned, I must admit. They nearly got us.
And what went wrong for them?
Hard to say. Maybe we were just lucky, and God was watching over us.
That's all there was to it?
If you really want to know what I think, the idiots lacked discipline. They rushed it.
What do you mean?
It might have come down to a single fool's mistake. I don't know. But if they just waited a bit longer, we wouldn't have stood a chance. Like I say, I thank the Virgin Mary and all the saints for watching over us.
Why do they call you Black?
Why do they call you Black Bartosz?
It's just a nickname, of course, because of my, black hair. Every swordsman has a nickname, you know? Once you win a few tournaments, they give you one.
So you're really a high-born knight?
Indeed. I'm Bartoszek of Drahonitz. My father served Emperor Charles his entire life.
Oh, sorry. I suppose I should call you sir.
No, there's no need for formalities. Titles are worthless. A man should earn a name for himself. It's not enough to be born with a silver spoon in your mouth.
I respect that.
You must have been honored when the Royal Chamberlain chose you as his bodyguard. How did you meet?
That's simple. I was serving in the garrison in Prague's royal castle, where von Burgo was a frequent guest.
I see. But what brought you to his attention? You have good connections, I suppose.
Depends what you mean. I'd recently won 2 big tournaments, so I was invited to a splendid banquet. It was there Sir Otto offered me a position at his castle. I'd heard of Trotsky, of course, but I was still astonished when I saw it with my own eyes. Sir Otto spared no expense to build a truly mighty fortress.
Sorry, but we're about the same age, and I'd never have guessed you're a swordmaster.
We each have our own path, it seems.
You're the same age?
I even studied at university.
Henry's like, I think, 16 or something.
What? You're a man of letters as well?
I wouldn't go that far. I dabble in poetry a bit, that's all. I may come from a noble family, but we're not renowned or rich, and studying costs a fortune, and I didn't have one, so I had to do what I do best.
You became a mercenary.
That's right. I spent more time fighting than studying at university, and I came out of it alive. So I reckoned that's where my talent lies.
Where did you learn to fight?
Yeah, I think he's like
I've
14 or
dedicated
15.
the last 5 years of my life
14,
to
15
it.
or 16.
I
I think.
travelled a lot and was taught by several masters.
I'd like to see the world too. But I haven't even made it to Prague yet.
Well, I haven't been all that far either. But unless you learn from true masters, you'll never become a master yourself. Fortunately, these days there are plenty of swordsmen in Prague who will train you for coin.
I hope to make it to our royal city someday soon.
If you do, go and see Master Lamprecht and give him my regards. He's a man of honor and a peerless master of the longsword.
I see a day's king.
Can we fight?
As you wish. Practice or the real thing?
Nah, I don't want wooden weapons. Let's have a proper fight.
How many opponents do you want?
One is plenty.
If you say so. On guard.
Okay. So
I'm hit.
got you.
What the?
Got you. Yes, sir.
I surrender. But don't let it go to your head. I'll even the score next time.
We'll see about that.
I'm done for today. I reckon I'll be bloody sore tomorrow.
Thank you, Black Bartosh. That was pretty fun. I haven't played this game in a minute, so I just wanted to see if I still had it. And I switched the game to hardcore mode, so I don't know if you guys noticed that shit, but gather. Send me on a goose chase, man.
Ah, you must have been wrong about those demons. The place you described to me was just a shitter.
You're right. My bad. I realised as soon as you left.
You were bored, so you made up the whole story.
Oh, come on.
I don't have time for your stupid jokes. You'd just be leading me on again.
I wouldn't dare. But suit yourself. Just don't be surprised when one of the demons comes back to bite you in the arse.
Dang asshole. I've been pulling my leg. Well, I don't know if he has, but I feel like he's going to. He doesn't seem like he's really invested in any of that shit. And we're back.
You? Don't lie. Where would you have learnt how to do that?
You think it's hard?
Back to hell with
Taking a
you.
few planks of wood and nailing them together? Get hold of some wood and come over. I'll be happy to help you.
You think you could manage some kind of ornament? I always fancied those chairs.
Okay, that's one.
Back to hell with you.
What was that shrieking?
They won't be getting past this.
Yeah, I honestly think it's just rats, to be honest. That's what it sounds like, but, you know. I'm not gonna spoil anybody's fun. If it's not really hurting them, if they believe it's... That's what they believe, oh man. Kudos to you guys.
They won't be getting past this.
Should be one more up there. Okay, not this way. This way.
That should do it.
I'm sorry.
Sorry yourself, sir. Now I need to go to the maiden side. This is the Crone Tower.
Excuse me.
I hope I'm doing this right.
Level 6.
Eight, 9.
Mm-hmm. 7.
That should do it.
8. Did you guys hear that? It was actually low-key kind of creepy.
Do you need something, Henry?
Greetings, sir. Don't show yourself here again.
Okay. Should be one more up there, right? Right? Oh, I don't think it's up there. I think I'm missing one over here. Oh, it's over here. That's what it is.
That should do it.
Okay. I'll have to return to Ulrich. Ulrich is all the way over here. You know what? I'll take this. Because I feel like that's the passageway he uses, like the noble's passageway. I think this is the noble passageway. And the other passageway is for the servants and guards and stuff. And for common folk. I don't see Otto and Bergov using downstairs Jones either.
I took care of those demons. They shouldn't be a problem anymore.
I've still got chills down my spine. Seal demons.
I've still got chills down my spine thinking about those screams.
Hopefully things will quieten down again for a while. Most importantly...
I decided to help Ossiner as well. I can still smell that stench everywhere.
He got you too, did he? He tries that prank on all the newcomers to the castle.
Oh, so you was fucking with him.
Why didn't you warn me?
I wouldn't want to spoil his fun.
Anyway, the job is done.
Trotsky Castle, held by Sir Otto von Berghoff, Lord of Berlin, Royal Chamberlain of the Kingdom of Bohemia, Chairman of the Provincial Court, Member of the Crown Council,
Man, that's a big-ass
Magistrate of
title.
the Peace, Burgrave of Prague, thanks you.
I didn't fight Lucifer like Sir Otto, but even so, the demons should leave you alone. I'm glad I could help.
And I'm glad that all I have left to deal with this month is fixing the stairs, the sedilia, and checking all the chimneys.
You've got a lot to do.
There's always something to do at a big castle like this. Also, don't think you can continue to move freely about the castle. You are hereby stripped of that privilege. Nevertheless, since the minions of hell didn't reach the castle's coffer, nor did they cut into our profits, you deserve a reward.
What's new around here?
I heard you got into some trouble at the Troskowitz Tavern, and poor Betty is not exactly happy about it. You should go and see her and straighten it out. Well, and I can't tell you more, because that's all I know.
I don't mind. It was interesting enough. Thank you, Miller. I have the book for you.
Well, I must admit, I haven't had an apprentice this handy in a long time. Zinnik has nothing on you.
I had a peek inside. The pictures are nice, but what do you want to learn from them?
You'll find out soon enough. Show me that miraculous thing. This really is something. But why is it all covered in shit, for fuck's sake?
But the essence of life from the skies didn't bother you, and now you're squeamish.
Ah, refining saltpeter. Boil wine and alum. Grind. Ah, of course, it makes sense. I'll study the rest on the way. Well, the last chapter of our story of knowledge awaits us. The grand finale.
What now?
So what now? Do you have another job for me?
Charcoal. Sulfur from Hermes Trismegistus. Saltpeter from the carcass pit. As long as Black Bertolt didn't make any mistakes in his calculations, we have everything.
What Bertolt? Oh, God damn it, Krazer, what's going on here? I'm tired of flying back and forth like a rag on a stick. I won't be led around by the nose. Will you finally tell me what's going on?
Believe it or not, all this secrecy had its reasons. But now I don't have to hide anything from you. It's time. We'll meet with the others in the lair, and there you'll learn the whole truth. You go ahead. I'm going to get a few things ready here.
All right, then. I hope you keep your word this time. What'll happen now?
Our last supper, with only one but very filling course, awaits us.
Krazel, please. For once, just once, tell me what's actually going
glitching.
And rob myself of enjoying your blissful ignorance? Not a chance. Tell me yourself, what do you think is going to happen?
You'll give me another jar, tell me what's going on, you'll kill me.
Well, hopefully I'll finally find out what the point of all this was.
Or not, until you try another dose of niter.
I wouldn't do that to him. Not today. Bonnie will start today. At least I'll finally see if she understood my teachings. Bonnie?
First of all, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the whole gang for all the work you've done. We could never have finished the job without you. We found 2 new partners, you and Monarch here. It's good to have someone to rely on. So, it's time we started being honest with you, so you can finally learn the whole truth.
Not yet. Let's pull up that uppity bastard's leg a bit longer. That's the fun part.
Never mind him. Speak.
All right, then. This whole time, you've been collecting ingredients and clues for us. But, so you wouldn't go nosing around, we always told you it was for something different than it actually was.
The miller here calls it tackets.
Tactics, you idiot.
Tactics.
And everything worked out according to plan. So today we're finally close to our great success. With the help of Hermes Trismegistus and his successors, we'll finally complete the dream of all alchemists. Our magnum opus.
Exactly, Bonnie.
Magnum opus. A great work of alchemy. You're trying to make the Philosopher's Stone.
I see you've learned something after all. But no, the Philosopher's Stone isn't our goal.
Let's see then, Henry. What is it you think we're making here?
Good go weapon.
Some kind of weapon?
Well, Henry's not too far from the truth after all, don't you think? Actually, he's pretty spot on. Although weapons were our last order of business. Let's start at the beginning. My father was a miller as well, but I was never much interested in the trade. Even as a young boy, I loved running around Lower Samine and investigating everything living and dead. And I had a lot of questions about everything. Then my mother, God rest her soul, decided it'd be best for me to go to study in Prague. As soon as I grew up and gained a bit of sense, I packed my bags and left.
You study at university. What did your father say? You had a good mother.
So you went to a university in Prague? The son of a miller?
Why not? My father worked his arse off, and he had the coin for it, miller or not. I met a lot of remarkable people at the university, and my thirst for knowledge kept growing. But in the end, it only took
Shit's
a
so
year
fucking
of all
funny.
that
The horse is
pretentious,
there.
scholarly blathering and hypocritical nonsense for me to realize I wouldn't learn anything proper there. Most of the students and masters are just a bunch of dogmatic fools. They have their own truth, and those who want to know more or ask the wrong questions fall into disfavor, as was my case.
They kicked you out. You left. I don't know what about your thirst of knowledge.
And what about your thirst for knowledge?
I realized I didn't need the university for things that are truly important. The most important science is not subject to any religious dogma. And, of course, it's not taught at any university.
You mean alchemy?
Exactly. The art of combination and dissolution. The key to understanding the very nature of the world. There's only one queen of science. Alchemy. I returned to the mill in Lower Samine and started a new life.
Keep it chill. What about your parents? You became a miller.
New life? What do you mean?
I returned to the miller's trade. My father was old, and my mother had passed away. From then on, alchemy became my true passion. I brought a few important books from Prague. I started with the most difficult thing. I tried to create gold.
That was pretty daring of you.
As you might expect, it didn't work. But after a few tries, I managed to create something entirely different. Once I tried mixing sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter. I had a candle burning next to me. A gust of wind scattered the mixture, and all of a sudden, bang! I almost shit myself, I tell you. But then I realized I'd unwittingly created a miracle. Explosive black powder.
So I was right. You're making weapons.
No, it's about much more than that. We're all in on it now.
I couldn't continue my experiments on my own, but Bonnie and Zinnik did a few little jobs for me.
So he initiated us.
But we just still didn't know how to do it right and not blow ourselves up in the process.
And we used up a huge amount of saltpeter and sulfur.
By the way, the manuscript from that Hermes Trismegistos was our shopping list and price list for material from Kuttenberg.
Only we didn't know correct proportions. I looked up a few of my former fellow students and brought it up with them. And we found out that before us, some monk had already made the discovery.
Some fella called Black Bertold. And that he even started writing a book called
Feuerwerk book.
We can believe our luck when we found out there's a copy of it right here at Trotsky.
And you know the rest.
It's a discovery that will change history.
Bam.
In the right hands, it can make miracles happen. All it takes is a spark, and a storm of fire will sweep away the old world order. It will wipe out stupidity and ignorance.
So he unwillingly
What will happen now?
discovered
As
black
I said,
powder, but he didn't know that
Last Supper on our journey to
that's already
satisfy
been
our
discovered
hunger
before.
for knowledge. A feast.
I see.
Smoke and fire. Black Bertold never finished his book because he never had enough ingredients for his last great experiment. But now, thanks to you, we do. We can finally finish Bertold's work and finish his book. We'll see with our own eyes what a barrel of black
This shit
powder
is so
can do.
funny. The horse is in the
I
way.
hope you're as excited as I am.
I have some more questions.
Before we get started, there's something I want to know.
What's written in this book?
This book, Feuerwerkbuch, what's written in it?
Everything you'd want to know about black powder. How to mix it in a proper ratio. How to store it. How to light it properly. And especially how to use it in warfare. Because that's the most important part, after all.
I see. Oh, I see now.
Do you really need that much saltpeter?
We do. Saltpeter makes up almost 3/4 of the mixture. Not even all the cows in the region could produce enough for us once we really get started with manufacturing.
Oh, yeah.
What is it you're going to do with this powder?
During wartime, like it is now, a flammable and explosive mixture like this has more uses than you can imagine. If we had a few
Yeah, that's
big
true.
barrels of the stuff, we could demolish Trotsky if we wanted to. And maybe we will.
All of us here are truly passionate about the idea of a new world, and now it's within our grasp.
What is it you studied at the university?
I was supposed to become a preacher.
That fits you. Maybe you'd even be a good preacher.
Maybe I would. Maybe I wouldn't.
God has a path prepared for each of us. And each of us here decided not to follow it.
I was supposed to be a dyer, but I was too lazy to work 6 days a week and soak my hands in lye.
I was supposed to become a nun, but I didn't want to give up the booze. And fellas.
And I've already told you everything. The world is what you make it.
Bars, bars, bars.
How did a scholar and an alchemist become a thief?
Prague is a big city, and a poor student has no chance of getting a decent place to sleep or even
Facts.
something to eat. Learning to shop with 5 fingers was the first requirement for survival. We're all masters of our own destiny.
I've heard enough. Now I want to see that with my own eyes.
Let's do it then. Bonnie, is everything ready?
Indeed, it is. We can get started. Long live the beautiful new world.
Excuse me. Fuck. But yeah. That's why I'm for food right now. Damn, it didn't work, bro.
Looks like it ain't working.
Damn. Oh, it's working. Flight delay.
I'd say it works just fine.
This will change history.
What?
What? I can't hear a thing. But I'd say it works just fine.